Hey, hello everyone, welcome to Red Snapper. My name's MJ. I am back. I'm back from holiday in Florida. We had a bloody amazing time. If you want to check out our vlogs, check out Theme Park Life. I'll leave a link in the description. The first vlog, which is our travel day and arriving and stuff, is going up today. So, anyway, you're here for Snap or Pass, the series where we look at the brand new cards coming to Marvel Snap each week, and this week is the start of a brand new season, the Undead Horde season, not the Marvel Zombies season as I had sort of written on my pre-prepared videos. And by the way, actually, most of this video was basically prepared before I left, and I've just done the last few slides when I got back. I basically didn't have time to film this. Anyway, Colonel America is the new card. He's a seasonal Series 5 card, or Series 5 card. He's a 3/3 ongoing. Your other cards here have +1 power for each turn you've discarded a card. In this video, and in addition to me promoting my vlog channel, because I just got back from Florida, I'll talk about that a little bit I suppose, including my brand new hoodie. Oh mate, this is sick, right? I'll also talk about Synergies and decks, and it'll be fun times. You can skip to the chapter below if you don't want to see the waffle though, if you only want to see the stuff that you want to see. Right, so if you want to pick up Colonel America, you can grab him in a seasonal Series 5 snap pack alongside these cards here, which is basically just, because it's the first week of the season, it's basically just the cards from the previous season, the Android stuff. I can't remember what it's called now. Visions of the Future. I'm still in it, right? But obviously my head's in a bit of a frazzle because I've just got back from my holidays or vacation. Yeah. And also Headpool. Headpool is coming direct to Series 5. He is a premium season pass card, but if you buy him, what if you get this premium season pass, there is like a bonus Night Forged Arnim Zola or something. I'm not fully up to speed with everything yet, guys. I've had to cut this in because I forgot to mention the character encyclopedia thing. Also, thank you very much for all the comments I had whilst I was away. Massive appreciation. You guys also said that you would like to see some artwork on the screen when I talk about the biography, which I think is a brilliant idea. I'm going to think of a way to display it. So for now, I'm just going to draw Colonel America or Zombie Captain America. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about just zombies in general. That's all I've got here. I mean, to be fair, there is a Zombie Captain America picture here. It's in... It's on a page of the encyclopedia called The Multiverse. The Multiverse, not the Multiverse. A zombie version of the Sentry entered Earth 2149 and, with the help of Magneto, began infecting superpowered people with a virus that turned them into the living dead. Magneto mistakenly thought the infection would only harm humans, leaving mutants alive. The zombies retain most of their powers, but their hunger for human flesh regularly overpowers them. After they run out of food, the superpowered zombies try travelling to new universes filled with fresh meat. They have managed to reach Earth 1610 and Earth 616. It doesn't really say much about Captain America there, but hopefully you enjoyed that brief little mention of them anyway. And now back to the video. Anyway, let's talk about Colonel America and the mechanics around him. Now, quite clearly he is going to fit into the discard archetype, and I would say pretty much that exclusively. He basically doesn't do anything if you're not discarding cards. So you wouldn't really play him in anything outside of that. I do think eventually there might be some sort of hybrid, ongoing and discard style. Hiding. Gas moved inside me then, and I tried to hide it. I don't know how successful I was. Probably not very, because I'm talking about it. Anyway. Yeah, I think eventually maybe there will be like a hybrid ongoing discard deck, because you've got Morbius, who's also an ongoing card, but I should think we're a while away from that yet. Anyway, so typically you'll discard cards on between 2 to 5 turns in the average discard game. So average 3-ish turns you're discarding cards, which means that Colonel America is going to give +3 to every other card at his location on average, okay? And it's a very interesting ability to be directly determined by a number of turns. I don't think we've seen that before, where the number of turns that you do something directly impacts the power output of what he's given to other cards. So I think that's really cool, and it's maybe a design space that will continue to see cards played around with for different things, like every turn you've added a card to your hand, for example. That'd be a bloody great one, actually, some Mad Thinker support. Anyway, we're trying to talk about Colonel America, not this bloody madness. Right, so the pros. Can easily and often be the equivalent of 315 at a full location, which is massive output. He has a very high ceiling, with the possibility of being a 324, although I should say that is hilariously unlikely, but it is possible, because that would require you discarding a card every turn. The difficult turn being the Colonel America turn, the turn that you play Colonel America, which is maybe going to be turn 3. I mean, it doesn't have to be turn 3. I mean, I guess you could go like Blade or Black Cat on turn 1. One of them discard, right? Turn 2, Red Shift, or the upcoming Zombie Power Man, which we'll talk about very briefly in a moment. I believe, because I haven't done the video for him yet. Don't know when the hell I'm going to do it, by the way, because I'm back to work tomorrow, and yeah, he comes out in 2 days, so I don't know if there will even be one. I'm sorry, I might actually miss a Snapple Pass for the first time in recorded history / in a long time. But yeah, perhaps him, then like Sif on 3, something on 4. Basically, it's hard to discard a card every single turn, but it's probably sort of not impossible. Anyway, and it makes another different style of discard deck possible, a bit like what Red Shift did. Red Shift actually brought about a literal brand new Agatha shell, which is really cool. I think Colonel America might do somewhat similar, although not quite to the same degree. You would probably be tweaking your deck a little bit to be thinking about how like frequently can you discard, how reliably can you discard while still getting value from what you're doing. So maybe it'll be like cheaper discard cards, and then maybe like some swarm flares or like scorn action. I'm not sure necessarily if he'll fit exactly into the existing shells, but we'll see. I mean, he might be fine in them. Look at Morbius. Morbius is a similar sort of thing, an ongoing card that can reach a lot of power. I guess Colonel America has the additional complication that you do actually need to play other cards at his location to also get the benefit, which makes it a bit difficult. In fact, that leads us on to the cons. You have to continue playing other cards at his location in order to benefit. So yeah, like to get the most out of Colonel America, you sort of have to have a full location there, or at least a couple of other cards there. And you can't necessarily always easily do that in a discard deck. Possibly. Am I bullshitting? Quite maybe. Quite maybe, that's good. Brilliant. He's a card you don't want to discard in a discard deck. This is, of course, important to mention. So that's why I'm generally envisioning playing Colonel America on turn 3. So I just had to film a section about the biography because I forgot to film it earlier, because that's all well and good. Anyway, yes. And finally, he's got low base power. He's a 3/3, so you really do need to play other cards at his location. And of course, obviously, discard cards as well to get the benefit of this card. Now, who can counter him? Echo is a great one because Echo costs 1, so she can certainly come down before Colonel America, and she's invisible. You won't see her, so you may very well play Colonel America on top of Echo. Enchantress is a strong one. She's seeing a lot of popularity actually at her new 5/8 stat line. I can't remember who said this. I watched a decent chunk of Snap content whilst I was away. I watched it in the hotel. But someone said that she feels a bit more like a swing card, and I agree with that. She does. She's nice. Anyway, she can obviously remove the abilities of Colonel America, which is very damaging. She's a 5/8, and she's taken potentially so much power away, possibly as much as like 20 power away from that location. And Cosmic Ghost Rider can do similar if Colonel America is in the front row, which feels reasonably likely. Synergies, though, I think the cheap discarders are really going to like Colonel America, and I'm not updating this slide, but Colleen Wing is actually now 2/3. So these are all 2/3 cards, actually. But Red Shift, I think, is going to be nice. You're just replacing that whichever card you discard with some new resource, which I just generally like. Colleen Wing is going to be great with Sworn or Scorn, that sort of thing. And Swarm not only is a good target to be discarded, especially if you want to discard on multiple turns, you don't really mind doing that with Swarm because you're replacing that resource, but also you're generating free costed bodies, as in free, not 3, but as in 0 costed bodies to play alongside Colonel America. So I think Swarm might even be the biggest synergy here, which I really like. So let's talk about the decks. First deck I've got for you, again guys, I've just got back from holiday. I'm still like quite tired. I woke up, and normally at the weekend I get up at like 8 AM or earlier because of just like getting on with the day, but I didn't get up till like 9:30 this morning, which is unheard of for me. And it's Sunday, we got back on Friday. I got basically no sleep on the plane, essentially. Like I think I might have got up to 30 minutes, but it was like 30 minutes maximum. So yeah, this is all very boring. I'm really sorry, I'm saying boring things, you don't want to hear this. Anyway, I was just trying to excuse my bad deck names, because my deck names, as you know, are obviously normally absolutely incredible. That's sarcasm, I think they're arguably normally dog shit as well. Anyway, so this first one is called Get Your Value. It is a budget deck, and I just tried to put in a lot of cheap cards that make it easier for you to discard cards. We've also got the Swarm in here, we've got the Red Shift. I've got Apocalypse and Dracula. Hopefully you can dump your hand enough to actually play all of these cards out. Other than that, this is a fairly self-explanatory deck. The reason I wanted to put a lot of cheaper costed cards in here, including X23 actually, is because I think you do want to play those cards and fill out the Colonel America location so that it's full. Hopefully Swarm will help you do that. Or maybe you can even, if you discard X23 early, you can get out an early Dracula somewhere else and then maybe play your Colonel America at the X23 location. Also, Meek gives you some flexibility for also moving into the Colonel America location, should you wish to do that. Or Meek can just be powerful enough on his own. The next deck is called Keep On Discarding. Again, don't know why I call it this. It's a bad name. This now actually has Zombie Power Man in. Now, Zombie Power Man is the next card that we'll talk about in an upcoming video, possibly. Like I said earlier, I'm not actually sure if I'm even going to be able to do it, but I would love to. If I don't get a full-blown one out, I'll try and do, at the very least, a short or something that is like a condensed snap or pass. Anyway, Zombie Power Man has, I think his ability is, end of turn, if you're winning here, if you're winning this location, discard the leftmost card in your hand. So the fact that he's a perennial or ongoing, not literally an ongoing, but a repeating effect, an end of turn, an end of turn card. The fact that he could trigger every turn, though, obviously goes hand in hand with Colonel America, and also he's 2/4, so he's got very aggressive, high tempo stat line to help you actually win that location. So that's really cool. So you may even want to play him at the Colonel America location and keep growing and growing. So that's cool. Anyway, the rest of this deck, again, tried to pin it a little bit lower costed, so it's got a lot of low cost cards here. It does have Khonshu, because you are reasonably likely to end up discarding something that you don't want to discard. We don't have the Swarm in this deck. We do have Scorn, who's going to keep returning to your hand. We've got Redshift to create a little bit of... oh, we do have Swarm in here. Sorry, yeah, so bad, this video. So this video is easily as good as any of the other Snap or Passes that I've done. The Drewbury ones are obviously much better than this. Moving on to the star ratings. I think he's a 4-star card. I think he's very good. I think he has a lot of power output. I just question if he's really needed. So that's why for the archetype, yeah, I'm skipping one. For the archetype, I've given him 3.5. I think he's good, sure. I just don't think discard necessarily was crying out for this. From a fun perspective, I think he's fine. I think he'll feel fine, so I've given him 3 stars. And from a competitive standpoint, I do think he's good, so 3.5. Ultimately, though, is a 4-star card good enough? Is a 4-star card that is not mandatory or needed for the archetype good enough? Or not even that, really. Can I recommend this card if you don't need it for discard and... yeah. So I'm not sure I can. So I've actually given him a pass, but I do actually like him. I do actually think he's good. Just to be completely clear, I just think he's completely unneeded. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I think I'll call it a day there because I just want to enjoy the rest of my Sunday, really. Have a little break. I'm going to catch up on Slow Horses And I haven't even finished Marvel Zombies yet. I haven't even finished watching Marvel Zombies. And also, Friendship is now available to rent, which we missed in the cinemas here. So it didn't have a very wide release here. And it came out very late, by the way. A24 films have got distribution problems in the UK, so it's a bit of a nightmare. And also, Bring Her Back is also now available for rent. So I might do like a double A24 film night tonight. We'll see. Anyway, I need to edit this video first. Thank you very much for watching. Maybe I'll leave a small clip of my upcoming vlog here, and you can decide if you want to go over and watch more on Theme Park Life. Thanks very much for watching. If you stayed to the end, drop a watermelon, shout out Harry Perry, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Wow. Come on in. Here we go. We're experiencing this for the first time, so... Wow, look at this. This is the first time that we've walked in here. This is... Wow. Okay, and then...
Yeah, we'll see this now.
Yeah, so what happened there is we actually already came in once, so then we put the camera up, we set up the camera, and then we pretended that we walked in for the first time. Anyway, so yeah, let's actually... We have literally been here 10 seconds, so I literally forced Claire to do that almost immediately. Let's flip around. This is